up with the lore of all the show channels can be a lot.
But the Sun and Moon Show have condensed theirs into a nice informative video for us to learn all about it.
Make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you enjoy this reaction.
And of course, go check out our friends over at the Sun and Moon Show.
So much has happened across this show.
It's
The
true.
readings have
Who is
spanned the
this?
grapevine of this tapestry.
Oh,
The best
grapevine.
and the worst of it
Oh.
to be shown.
Okay, so this is Ruin
Shall we go
Eclipse.
over the
This is gonna be fun. I feel like it's like one of those like adult drinking games where you have to like take a shot every time like something happens. I feel like we should play like Sun and Moon Show bingo.
Well, I know they explode a
Yeah,
lot.
I know there's a
so-
lot of characters that explode. I know
Yeah,
there's
take a
several
drink every time they
versions.
explode.
Several versions. Take a drink every time there's a new version of a character.
Yes.
There's just a lot of that happening. All right, let's get into it.
We can always make more as we want.
It's true.
This insane world.
It is an insane
It would
world.
surely be of importance.
The Sun and Moon Show.
Long ago, when Sun and Moon had separated their bodies from one another with the help of none other than Montgomery Gator.
Isn't it kind of crazy to think that this all spawned literally from them separating and then it's just gone absolutely haywire?
Yeah.
Like, just
Yeah.
thinking about how crazy it even was when you got the chip and then you got the chip removed and then things just went absolutely bonkers after that as well. So I can only imagine now there's two of them, but then there's like different realities and
Mhm.
a whole bunch of stuff going on. So
Definitely a lot going on.
He had helped them acquire a new body and, well, things went from there.
oh boy.
Months later, Sun would be taking care of a few children in the daycare. A casual day for him and
They used to
Moon.
take care of me a lot.
That was until
True.
things got violent.
Oh.
Oh my god. Oh jeez.
Oh.
Everything ended up being fine, but Sun was forever scarred because of it. And Blood Moon, well,
Oh.
he left Sun's body and floated around.
Wait, Blood
There's
Moon was the
another
first?
version.
Time.
I guess.
Tried
Alright,
his
bingo.
best to pull himself back together.
Oh,
At some point, after many awkward nights, I brought up the idea to Moon that we could try growing closer as a family, and thought the idea of starting a YouTube channel. The one you're on right now.
Hello.
We played games, had fun with friends, and the whole shebang! That was...
True.
Shebang? Like
Oh.
explosions?
That
Oh.
was until Sun started to act
I don't think that
irrationally
counts.
angry at random points during video recordings, and even taking care of children, most notably
Oh.
Gregory.
Yeah,
Oh,
there
there
I am.
you
I'm in
are.
the guy. Mom, I'm in the cameo. Yes.
Started to act strange and stranger was because of some code of the original Moon left behind. It
Oh,
formatted
interesting.
into
Eclipse. An entity left
We know
behind
all
by
about
the
Eclipse,
original
unfortunately.
side of Sun.
Yep.
He had formed his own consciousness and began to plan for a way to escape and wreak havoc on those who had wronged him. It was he who had made Blood Moon the actual killers of July 16th.
July 16th.
July 16th.
Wait, what is it? Maybe
Maybe somebody
I'm just
died?
ill-informed. I don't know what July 16th is, so if you could inform us down below. It sounded very menacing. Oh my goodness.
We're gonna get so many comments. I can't believe you don't know about July 16th, 2023.
You know what I have to say about that? Moon doesn't remember either because he got his brain wiped, so
True.
it's true. It's true. Anyways.
Things were stuck in a standstill, one side unable to get the hand over the other. Blood Moon had been well forgotten by Eclipse at this point.
I really like the new
Instead,
rune
he
design.
made Another crass
Same.
design.
Me!
Like how
You
Ricky.
mentioned-
Oh,
You
oh.
mentioned I have a moon at times.
Does he not
Jump
fit in the
scare.
chair?
Because it's really weird about stuff. Anyway, after being put inside a moon, Eclipse started initiating his plan to rewrite the universe into his image of perfection.
Rewrite the
through what he called
universe?
The star.
Is that
Newton's
possible?
star,
I-
or the
I
star for
guess.
short, was a tool devised by
star.
the original Moon to fix
Big
everything
star.
that he deemed too dangerous to rewrite DNA, to undo a piece of time and change history itself.
Oh my goodness.
However, if it fell into the hands of the wrong person, it's unimaginable the kind of chaos that could be made with it.
Eclipse initiated his plan. He locked me in his head and had Lunar put Moon away.
Oh my
I was
goodness.
Oh.
Tortured for the
I
whole
will say that's another thing that's like kind of often is a lot of people get like put
Mhm.
behind walls inside of people's heads and stuff, which is really interesting and also kind of horrible. Because I mean, again, you've also felt that, so I feel like you can
Yeah.
relate in a sense.
I
Fun-
definitely can.
Funny enough, it
It's
was also
not
technically
great.
Eclipse that really did all of it. So
Yeah, well, it makes sense. You know, what I went through was basically what they're dealing with also, and, well, they're the ones who caused it. So, makes
Yeah.
sense.
whole month of October. It wasn't the best day for me, but we should be thankful because if it wasn't for Monty, we'd never.
These two.
oh,
f***ing
oh
idiots.
my God!
Jump scare.
Oh my
Monty.
jump scare! Jeez.
Jeez.
Or hid it away and tried finding out ways to destroy it. Nothing came of it though, unfortunately. It was during the whole month of October that, while I was trying to get rid of the star, Luna was busy dealing with Eclipse.
He always pulled me
Oh.
away whenever I was
Oh.
from whatever I was doing and kept trying to fix something. I never really understood what he was doing. I got tired of it in Eclipse. Well, wasn't happy about that. Soon enough, I went to Monty and talked. He actually treated me like a family.
Oh,
Like I mattered. Like I wasn't his sidekick.
it's kind of funny. Like everyone doesn't know that Monty kind of has like a huge soft spot for people.
Yeah. I mean, he is dating Earth at the end of the day.
It's true.
Didn't talk. Eventually, I allowed Monty into my head so we could finally talk to Moon.
And so they came up with a plan to kill Eclipse.
Oh,
Push him away. Lunar was more than willing to return Moon's body back, but the issue was Eclipse himself. He would never willingly just let Sun take it all back after all. So we had to trick Eclipse to
Huh.
let Lunar connect to him so he could
Oh.
and then Moon taught him magic.
I feel like we skipped over a part of this.
I agree.
It doesn't matter that much.
It literally is the reason we got out.
So a while ago, the
Oh.
original Moon learned magic.
Oh.
Are you happy?
Oh.
Happy as can be.
Sun then
Not
practiced.
them
it.
fighting.
We set out our own plan.
I mean, they are brothers.
Before that, though, we needed to make sure Eclipse's defenses were down. And there was no way in hell any of us were going to take him head to head since he upgraded the daycare's defenses.
Oh,
So I had to do something I completely regret now.
oh no.
He made Blood Moon, at least the original body, a while ago. A red mass of anger and hatred had formed itself into the ball pit, swiftly running out and trying to cause mischief.
What?
Imagine trying to kill anything while being that small. It was impossible. So Montgomery Gator did the next best thing and pitted the two
Huh.
titans against one another. They fought, and during that, Sun was able to pull Eclipse in with magic.
Oh.
And cast him out of
Oh.
his body. We had won. I almost got killed by Blood Moon, but he was a problem for another day, you know? We celebrated.
I
We
guess.
celebrated the coming of Lunar, another addition to our little family. We were happy for a while.
Happy.
We
The
stand
other Moon was
Lunar.
going around trying to
True.
destroy or deactivate all the backups Eclipse made for himself.
Eclipse made
Damn near
backups
pushed
of
into a
himself?
grave.
Are
What in the Iron Man is going on?
Are you kidding me?
How many of them are there?
Wait, are there still eclipses just out there?
Well, I know that
wandering
he's around again right now, so.
Yeah. Oh my. Okay.
My goodness.
Getting himself more and more angry. And angrier. And angrier.
Oh.
Pretty sure that was one of the reasons for what happened next.
Oh.
Kill Code, the smallest remnants of the original virus that had infected Moon's mind, had remained, repairing itself
Oh.
ever so slowly until itself had become sentient. It toyed with Moon's mind, ever so much to the point where Moon's ravenous murder
Oh.
tendencies returned.
You
Moon
see,
did used to be a lot more
At the
murdery.
time, I was
True.
still in Moon's head, so a lot of stuff started to change around the
You
place.
really cannot have any other purpose than
I was held hostage.
Oh.
Almost killed multiple times.
It's the way that
Oh,
Lunar's
oh.
like so innocent about it.
I
That's just
know.
like, I was held hostage. Okay.
I got through it.
Oh,
Thanks to me learning
that's
some
good.
magic myself. I was able
Happy
to get
for
into
you.
Moon's head and acquaint myself with its new owner. After a bunch of missteps, I was able to get Lunar out of there and talk to Moon myself for a bit. I wasn't able to help Moon, but we talked.
Oh.
Sometime later,
Hmm.
Eclipse had returned. not in the ways that we had thought of. He had uploaded himself into Blood Moon's skull and used him as a sort of vessel. But
Oh.
Blood Moon wasn't having any of it, using Eclipse as a sort of assistance more than not.
From what I see, the original Moon had formed a sort of deal with Killcode to operate his body on his own time. During that, Killcode recruited Blood Moon and Eclipse into a little bag
Oh.
of friendship.
What?
The three
What?
would form a pair.
Uh,
Killcode
Hello?
being the master
What is
mind,
going on?
Blood Moon being the muscle, and Eclipse being the brains. Eclipse would be uploaded into a computer to handle things at their little headquarters. And eventually, Eclipse would make an obedient robot called Solar Flare.
Solar
Solar
flare.
flare.
Immediately afterwards,
A cute.
Oh!
Flare was so
Oh!
mad that he killed Blood Moon.
Oh my!
And almost goes into a brutal murderous rampage. More or less guessing where in the world the bad guys are held at.
The other Moon was soon
Oh!
approached by Eclipse, and the two talked about how he wanted to kill Killcode and get rid of a bigger threat. Moon.
This is a lot to process.
It really is.
I wonder what would have happened if he said no. I wonder. Did Eclipse plan it from the start?
Oh boy.
During this whole thing, Eclipse started to roll out his little plan. Eclipse loathed the lack of his body and opted to make a fake facade, importing himself
What?
slowly into this new trash heap of solar flare. However, he, of course, had to ensure no one grew suspicious, so he gave this robot life in the most basic of senses.
You
Oh.
take over Solar Flare fully, pushing him into the back of his own head until while you took charge.
Oh my goodness.
Eventually,
Oh,
the
wow.
old Moon trapped Sun in an invisible barrier
Ah!
of sorts while he tried to get the kill code out of his head.
My
With the effort
goodness.
He made of the clips earlier that led to a lot of issues.
Sounds like it would.
Killcode
Not them in the
had
grocery
a
store with
Oh.
Freddy.
Seemingly
Hi,
overnight,
Freddy.
thanks to Glamrock Freddy. I know, it's surprising, the man talking to someone. Ha! Anyway, Sun is able to escape his little glass prison with his angry use of magic and continue on his little path of conquest. All while
Oh my
Moon dies in
goodness.
his own
There's a
head.
lot of glass
Killcode
shattering and explodings going on.
You don't say.
out.
Oh my goodness.
Made a mistake. I thought if I got rid of the others by any means necessary, that means we could have a good future, a better future. But I blew up the place.
The daycare?
Place where Moon had put down a circle that connected.
Does that count as an
magic and
explosion?
vice versa.
Yes, because I remember the daycare exploding. That was a whole, like, moment.
I don't know if we could forget the daycare exploding. But
You're right.
Anyways.
I don't think we could.
I thought it would have killed Eclipse, but it didn't.
Was it even worth it?
Survived.
oh, that's
I blew
unfortunate.
it up and
You could say it's sunfortunate. It's
No,
sunfortunate.
No. Gregory, no. Just
It's
no,
unfortunate.
saying it more doesn't make it better. Can we just continue?
Moon.
Was stuck in his own head,
Uh-oh.
unable to escape, with kill code stuck in the driver's seat.
When all was said and done, Sun was a babbling baby on the side of the road, while Eclipse scolded him
Babbling
for his
baby?
sheer stupidity.
Big babbling
So he
baby.
begged for the Golden Freddy, the same
Golden
person
Freddy!
not Moon managed to begin with, and he tried to make the same circles.
Oh.
Until he saw a thing
Huh.
from the past. Blood Moon. My memories of him kept distracting me, angering me, telling me things, and I failed to properly put down the circle. If I had done it right, Moon would still be alive, still be able to use magic still, and
Well, Moon
all
can't
the
use
power
magic anymore.
to kill Coat. But I failed. I was at my lowest point,
Oh.
the lowest I had ever
Poor
been.
son.
I sentenced Moon to his death.
Oh.
That's when a surprise turned up.
Me! I
Oh!
came along and helped Side.
Hi, Earth.
So you know what's really interesting? I was actually there the day, I believe either the day of or the day after we were there apologizing to Sun when Earth was discovered. And then also, Cassie and I were at the Pizzaplex in the Fazcade when Rune Eclipse got, like, kind of, I don't know, made or discovered or created or whatever happened with Rune Eclipse. It's kind of interesting.
Helping him
It
along,
is.
Trying to down so he could talk to me. It was quite a harrowing story, to be honest, but I was always going to be there to comfort them. To be honest, I got really lost, and I was lucky I found Sun.
Kayk had met the creator again. The two
Uh-oh.
shared some words. The creator disappointed in the fact that Kayk himself
Hmm.
dare not live up to his name.
Oh.
This only made Kayk hate himself more.
Eventually, I met the poor man, and I think I convinced him that it was best to talk to Moon. It was a weird exchange and experience.
Kayk had entered
It sounds
back
like
into her
therapy
body.
could fix a lot of this.
It really does, but I also feel like there's stuff that therapy cannot fix. Explosions, more explosions.
Well, maybe things wouldn't have exploded if,
We got therapy.
there was therapy involved.
Two talked. Moon didn't want to kill a guy who was trying to change, but Kayk didn't want to die either. It was a strange conundrum. Moon opted to take a chance and help Kayk get out,
Oh.
but he died in the process.
Oh!
It reset
Oh.
everything in his systems. No memory, no knowledge.
We should have had,
no
bingo for
That's
just any
their
deaths.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. That
Yeah.
that would have been a good bingo.
There's
We'd
been
have
like
bingo.
3 or 4, so
I think
yeah,
I'd have
no.
bingo for sure.
Yep, 100%.
Bees and scriptures. Not fun to only know how to make pizzas.
This all happened at the worst of times. Because while they dealt with that,
Is there a good time for that to happen? I'm so sorry, Monty. Is there a good time for everyone to die? Like,
they
At the
could've
end of
been
their lives?
busy
Yeah,
celebrating
there you go.
emotion. You see, I still have possession of the star, the one object Eclipse wanted so badly. And with the celestial twits stuck fixing their own issues, they left him alone to clean house, to make a deal and bargain.
Clips
ooh.
found me. Held me in place, and he ready me to explode if Monty didn't give him the star.
Bingo.
Another explosion.
I didn't want Moon to die.
No.
I didn't want to give the star to Eclipse. I had to make a tough choice. But I chose.
I didn't know Monty was so heavily involved. Like, I did.
Yeah.
But he's done a lot for Sun and Moon.
Yeah, it really is.
Mhm.
He changed his look. He went to Lunar and blew him up in front of Monty,
Ah!
despite agreeing to the deal.
Another explosion.
Thankfully, the smallest nanomachine lived from Lunar, and Monty immediately started working on repairs.
We had no time to prepare for Eclipse. No time at all. I just woke up and was getting my bearings in order. Then Eclipse decided to welcome me warmly to the world, have everyone think that
Right.
Sun and I were the ones to do all the horrible things Eclipse did.
Those months were not the greatest. He changed his mind. Changed it
Oh.
from fixing the universe to toying with me and Moon.
He put us through a lot of different hells. Back rooms, things different
Oh.
dimensions, all of it. But we survived.
In no manner of speaking, the group was able to give Kayk his own body, and he went away to atone for the sins that he had committed. All
Oh.
while Sun and Moon suffered at the hands of Eclipse.
That was until someone showed up.
Me.
Oh,
I showed
Oh.
up. I was from another dimension.
oh, oh,
One where the creator
Oh,
had
his head.
unleashed a
Oh!
force that
Oh!
changed the personalities of all animatronics touched by it. I was not the most pleasant of people, but I was a minor threat compared to the overlooming thing above them.
We had to deal with Eclipse.
Eclipse.
Before we dealt with Root. We were able to corner him into one of the rooms of Fazcade, but someone let him out. Whatever.
Eclipse approached me, trying to talk to me about something. I honestly don't remember, but I do remember telling him that he could change and that he doesn't have to be this way. He
Level-
never seemed to care.
Earth is
Oh,
just so
she's
like
so-
wholesome.
Innocent, and she just wants to see the best in everybody.
Like,
It's so sweet.
Everything's like falling apart around her, and she's like, "It's okay."
Mhm.
Care. No matter what I said or did, he didn't want to hear the words. It was like he was slowly going insane.
I, on
I
the
think he
other hand,
was.
was working myself to the bone. Whenever I stopped, I saw him again and again, always
Oh.
talking down to me, making it worse. Always Blood Moon and the original Moon.
And I soon found out about this. On top of Sun practicing star power himself, I got angry.
Oh.
Blew up. Wasn't smart, but it's what happened.
Oh,
I
I gotta be
Okay,
honest.
Not an actual explosion that time.
You're
He just
right.
meant
Um,
blew up.
Oh, I will say, I don't know where it's gonna be mentioned, but when I mean, impromptu got babysat by Sun and Moon with Lizzie and Evan, it was like a whole thing. I did learn about Sun getting power and Kumalaba bloodotting the one of the other Eclipse.
Excuse me?
I don't know. They got something and then they did a crazy explosion. Not explosion, laser, but then they also got a big space laser and turned someone into dust.
Look, I know I'm an animatronic, but I can't process all of this right
Cannot
now.
compute.
No, it's
Cannot
not.
compute.
It's too much.
Be angry at him for long, and Earth helped us with some therapy.
Oh, there you go.
Before the storm.
Oh,
Let's shut up one day. Just
Well,
randomly,
oh.
when we initiated our own plan, I threw a blast at him.
Yeah,
So
this-
powerful it launched him into our dimensional portal, and
Oh, son! Don't you think you're skipping a couple of steps there, buddy?
Oh,
Moon built a
Uh-oh.
dimensional portal at some point. We wasn't that relevant to the story, to be honest.
It is now!
Oh.
oh.
I get it.
Anyways, Eclipse was launched into another dimension. The dimension
Oh
was
my.
prepared to destroy him with the help of none other than the other Eclipse,
Oh!
Solar.
Oh my goodness! He was not lying.
No.
Star power useless to him because
Wow.
and I blew him up. Nothing
Oh.
besides.
Okay, so does that count as 2 explosions?
And the
I
star
think
died.
so.
I guess we should have tried destroying it in another dimension first.
Though I was damaged, we won. Thankfully.
That's good.
For now, at least.
Oh, well,
Sun got repaired, daycare was fixed. Yay! But it really did not stay that way for long because, oh my god, we cannot catch a break.
it
Before anything
seems
bad
like it.
happened, I heard the news and immediately went back up into space, where I was fixing Lunar and
You didn't mention it before. I am a part of the joke.
I was space station.
Oh.
Anyways, I fixed Lunar up and brought him back.
Oh, okay, so this is where Lunar's new body came into play.
Yes.
Brought
Yeah.
Lunar back. But the family was brought back together, and nothing bad would happen ever again. Right?
I know what you're about to say. Yes, we could have probably killed Ruin. Couldn't.
Oh no.
Believe that his actual consciousness lay underneath everything.
And it did. But everything that happened afterwards, I am truly sorry for.
Oh.
Except Frank, I had nothing to do with that one.
Do not mention him.
It was calm. Nothing dangerous was going on. Everything continued as normal. But things did not last too long after that, for I had created something horrendous. Blood Moon.
Oh.
I don't remember how I did it, what tools I used, and how I made my own schematics. I don't remember at all.
Whoa.
But I had brought him back and caught him up to speed with what has happened, with what he was. And he was bent on revenge.
He was evil.
Trying to get
Mhm.
away from my own dimension and move in with a better form of family. But I didn't last long either. For Ruin and Blood Moon quickly moved in and took over the place.
Oh.
Explosive with the stitch
What a
rate.
death care.
It was
A death care.
Oh.
Big death care.
Oh, the death
Blood
care.
and Ruin. Me and Moon were trapped in another dimension. Ruin's original dimension. We
Oh.
were stuck with no way out.
Oh my God.
I had to look through so many consequences of using the star. It was awful. But we managed to find a cure to the virus while we were there.
Huh.
The
Who's-
virus had
who are you?
electronics. We found a cure.
Sir?
We intended to use it on Ruin.
We got through it though, and with Solar's help, we were able to come back. Imagine our surprise when we saw one of the people who got us killed by his side.
While trying to find out how to get
Oh.
Moon back, I had managed to convince Blood Moon to team up with us.
Oh
at
my
least long
goodness.
enough to kill Ruin, and then we can reclaim what was taken from us.
So they killed Ruin?
Sort of battle ensued from Moon, myself and Ruin.
Oh my
I
gosh.
was pinned to a corner at some point, and Ruin threatened to break me. Moon
Oh.
swiftly moved
right.
in, uploaded the cure
Oh
to
my-
Ruin.
Oh, they cured him.
With the curse. It was liberating.
Oh.
My eyes slowly opened to the world that I had created. A world that I am ultimately to blame.
So he's good now.
I am still
I
terribly
think so.
sorry, my friends. We know.
And it was actually peaceful for a bit longer.
And then.
Blood Moon tried to
Until.
Oh!
Moon
Oh
and I
my
decided that we should bite this in the butt and get rid of this blood moon.
Son?
So we went
No.
to his base and we found out that he's being helped by someone. No one we know yet. And
What?
I damaged Blood Moon. I tried to talk to him too, but much like his original character, he's too stubborn to change.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Oh?
Bless you.
Bless you
Even
indeed.
Ever since then, we've been trying to search for him. But now we know that he's fought the Stitch Wraith and our sister.
What?
Earth is
Who's the Stitch Wraith?
I know that Stitch Wraith is someone that Monty and Foxy are dealing with.
that.
Oh.
It's not like you knew he was going to go after Earth.
I know.
I think that catches us up to speed.
Does
This is
it?
the most
Okay.
complicated stuff I've ever heard in my life. And we only grazed over it. There's so much more stuff that happened.
Not as important. I mean, we would want to hear us talk about Wally from Welcome Home.
I'm so sorry.
Fair enough.
Well, guys, hope this caught you all up to speed. We appreciate you. And remember to leave a like on the video. See you next year.
I think I need to go, like, either charge in my charging port or take a nap.
I need a nap.